Hey guys, week number 5 is in the books in the NFL, and we are here to talk about it. Our Buffalo Bills, we got a lot to say about them and some other teams as well going across the league because I think with Philadelphia losing, I think we have a new number one team in the league, and it's not the Bills, but we will get right to it. So, welcome to the 716 Sports Entertainment Podcast. I am Mike, joined by Mr. T. Reese, and T, let's get into that Sunday night Bills game. How are we feeling about that loss to the Patriots to Mike Vrabel's nose?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I blame a lot of it on Brady. I blame it all on Brady. The play calling was horrendous. Horrendous. I mean, you know that New England, as an organization, should know by the numbers. New England cannot play out of a base defense. When you sit there and you start throwing extra receivers out there and spreading out, they can cover that. They got good corners. They got that. It's the middle of the field. You should have worked. They can't cover tight ends. Every time Josh had needed a tight end, they were three tight end set, two tight end set, 20-yard throws, 23-yard throws, and then they just come out of it for no reason. Then they abandon the run for some odd reason. I'm just like, what, this. It was almost like Brady purposely was calling horrible plays. And here's the thing: didn't I tell you that you're going to see something different out of the Bills this week against New England? You saw something different, and it was not what they should have went with. It was not what they should have went with. There's no reason for them to throw the ball like they were throwing. They opened up the. He has not. That was the only game this year, I believe, that Josh has handed off, had played out of the shotgun with James Cook on the field, not
Yeah.
giving him the ball at all. They didn't run the ball, nothing. He usually hands off to him under center, which makes more sense because, once again, you force the defense to have to play up close to figure it out. They start out in shotgun. 1-2, but they got a couple of first downs and they're right off the field. I'm like, what are we doing? What are we
Yeah.
doing right now? And I blame Brady. Brady is a terrible decision on what he made with play calling. Josh, he's got to get over the Stephon Diggs thing. I still think he takes it personal. I think he plays with emotion in that game. I think that was the reason why he looked so off. It's because he did the same thing against Houston. And don't forget, we played Houston last year with Stephon. What was the final score? 23-20.
That's right, it was.
So this is Josh. This is a Josh issue and a Brady issue in that game. Stop worrying about Stephon. Just go in and play your game.
I
I
mean,
thought
he
the
had a hell
Josh
of a
that
game.
we yeah, I mean, I
He,
thought the Josh that we seen was going to be different. We were going to see the Josh that we've been seeing, and he fell into the Stephon Diggs.
Look, we got a
Hole.
visitor.
Hey, look at this. Hey, buddy.
What's up, guy?
No, we were just talking about the game, and I was just saying that a lot of that game I blame on Brady with his terrible play calling, the decisions he decided to do in that game, and Josh was too emotional. He's him and Stephon. He's got to get over it. He's got to be like, okay, let it go, just
I mean,
let it go. We have
I
nothing
will
to prove.
say Stephon had a hell of a game. I'll give him that. And I mean, guys, let us know what you think in the comments down below if you think that we're way off on this or not. But I think the bottom line is this. Given the injuries on the defense, we can only be so pissed about the defense, right? Like in the grand scheme of things. And I think, yeah, we have a couple guys on there that are a liability. And I want to get into Tre'Davious White in a little bit. But you had an opportunity when the game was 17-20 at the end there, and it was 1st and 10 on the 26-yard line, and you went incomplete, incomplete, incomplete. And
Yep.
yeah, the third down throw to Shakir was should have been probably called a penalty, right? But take all of the other bullshit that happened in that game, right? The 10 penalties that we had for 80 yards, like Jesus, right? I mean, and half of our starting field position was inside of our own 20 every single time we got the ball in the first half. I mean, even the 3 turnovers, put all of that aside, you had a chance to win the game right at the end there. And you didn't, because you go up 24-20, you probably could have got, I mean, it was 2 minutes and 30 something seconds left there. You easily, if you get a first down there, you easily get the ball, give them the ball back inside of the 2 minute warning with 2 timeouts left. And you think Mac Jones is going to be able, or not Mac Jones, what's his face, is going to be able to go all the way down the field and score a touchdown to get that 4 points. I don't think it's going to happen. So I don't know. I don't know the right answer. And I think you're right. I blame the offense a lot. 20 points is not acceptable from this
Everything that
offense.
was
It's
working
not.
in that game, they kept going away from it for some weird reason.
Hmm.
Yeah, I definitely blame the offense more than I blame the defense. The defense, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, they're a match unit right now, and a detention center. They're both of those things at the same time, and we shouldn't really be expecting much from them. But 23 points total against a New England team that's been scoring pretty well. I think that's all you can really ask of them. And what you should be expecting out of your offense is 30 plus. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, we should be I mean we should be expecting that every game at this point. And you know, the blame lies on everybody. Everybody on that side of the ball. Um, but again, yeah, the problems on defense are absolutely valid to be pointed out, but they're definitely not the reason we lost this game.
Well, they also, you know, they got a decision to make right now because their corner situation is it's disgusting right now. I mean, I'm watching receivers catch the ball without anyone even competing to make them fight to get the ball. They're wide open. They're wide open all over the place. And the Stephon Diggs thing, the only thing I can blame on the defense is why are we not getting Diggs out of the play? Why are we not double covering him? Why are we not rubbing him out and forcing him to throw the ball to somebody else? They just kept letting him run free. And I'm like, you played with the guy. You know your corners can't cover him one-on-one. I don't care what he's done in it. He knows your cornerbacks. He knows it. He's played
Yeah.
against both of them several times. So you need to do something different that he hasn't seen. He knows what you're going to run out there. He knows exactly what you're going to do. And that's why he kept getting open because he knew how it worked. And when I'm watching his dude just running around, nobody covering, nobody bumping him at the line, nothing. You don't let Stephon Diggs run free. You do not allow it. And they just kept letting him run free. And then I'm just like, well, why? What's going on here? Are we going to try to take him out of the play? At least give us an opportunity here. But again, like you said, I'm not going to blame the defense. They kept them to 23 points. We expected 30 out of our offense. But this blame definitely does go all the way around. I'm with you, Paul.
Well, and
Well, I do want to touch on one thing when it comes to Diggs.
Okay, well, let me say this one thing about the penalties, though. People aren't realizing that half those penalties were pre-snap penalties. So it's not all. Again, I don't like Sean Hockley's, and there was some calls out there that should not have been made. But the pre-snap penalties, lining up wrong, jumping off sides, that's
illegal
on the board.
formations. Yeah, there were too many illegal formation penalties.
It's mental. That's definitely mental.
Get rid of those jerseys.
Why, for the love of God, were they not aware on defense that the majority of Stephon Diggs's yards have come from off script plays?
Yep.
Like because they did, and they did, make them go off script several times during the game, and that's when Stephon made his biggest plays. Obviously, like it was true, he was true to form from the beginning of the season onto this game. Like that should not have been a surprise to anybody.
Yeah.
First of all, get home. Second of all, when you miss getting home, but disrupt the play enough, like that guy should have been mugged.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And not given a chance to even catch that ball.
Can you name a play? Honestly, name a play you've seen this year where our cornerbacks have competed for the ball when it's in the air. They always seem to be open, wide open. And that's not good. Your corners, there's no way your defense can stop anyone without your cornerbacks competing for the ball when it's in the air. They're never in position to stop the ball.
And I wanna take a second too and like talk. I mean, I know the national media is the national media, but let's pump the brakes on Drake May a little bit. Like, I'll give him a ton of credit. There were a couple of plays he made that were spectacular. The one where he was going down was very Josh Allen-esque of a couple of the plays, but dude had no passing touchdowns at all in this game. Not one.
Mm-mm.
And
we were about to have a 3rd and 30 on that last drive. We were about to have a 3rd and 30 on that last
and
drive.
they got super lucky at the end of the half there when it was on the goal line and they ran that play with 4 seconds left and the time should have ticked off the end of the clock there and it didn't. Like, I
Yep.
mean, come on, that's a bunch of
Yeah,
bullshit
nice
right
home
there.
cooking. Nice
You know?
home cooking there. Way to go, scoreboard operator.
Yep.
Like, I mean, that was a bunch of crap there, And yeah, the penalties, the penalties really, really suck. And the bill, and to your point about discipline and stuff like that, then and Josh, the turnovers are not something we see from Josh like that. And one of the things I want to get your guys' take on is the cute plays. Like, can we stop that? Can we stop the cute play bullshit? Like the screens to the outside and the cute end around back toss, flea flicker pass things and stuff like that. Can we stop all that shit? Like, because
I really don't mind those.
it is not working though. Like we've had two games in a row now on that stupid back pitch thing that they've done. Like we got to stop that shit.
Yeah, Shakir got blown up last week on that same play they tried to run with Knox, which again, as a coach, I have no idea. I don't think Knox even had any idea that he was getting a handoff. I don't know if Josh knew. Somebody screwed up on that play, but they tried to run that same play this week with Knox. Debacle. Take it out of the playbook. They are not ready. And why are we handing off to a tight end like Knox anyway to run it in and around is beyond me. He's not. I mean, when he went to go turn around to give it to, he wasn't even looking at it. It was like he was running in emotion. But you're making it too hard on your offense when you're doing too many cute plays. Even that flea flicker, that thing probably shouldn't even have got off. There was a guy sitting right there in front of him when he was throwing the ball. I'm like, dude, get back to what you are. You're a running, balanced offense now. They threw it all away to go throw for most of the game, which we have not done in how long? How long has it been since you've seen Josh playing that style of offense?
Well, it seemed like the game plan was
Josh
not
gets
James
emotional when he
Cook,
gets
though.
involved in games like that. You he gets like that. And you got Stephon smirking on the sideline at him. He had no control over himself. You can tell Josh was not comfortable for like half that game. You can see it was in his head the whole time.
It really seemed like the game plan was not James Cook, though. Like to your
No.
point, because I don't know if it's just because the Patriots have a really good run defense, but Cook was barely involved at all, and I don't understand that.
But they didn't even test their run defense. They handed off once and then throw for 3-4 times in a row. Cook will get 4 yards, and we're going to throw the ball, flag. We're going to try and throw the ball, flag. And now you're out of position. Now you can't give Cook the ball because now it's 3rd and 13 now. It's 3rd and 15. There's nothing you can do. That game plan should have been designed around him and forcing New England playing in a base package. And they didn't do it. They did exactly everything New England wanted them to do. Everything they wanted them to do. It was the most bizarre game plan I've ever seen. And it's actually going back to what was Dopey's name, the offensive coordinator before this?
Oh, not
Dable. It was the other guy.
The guy that got fired.
What was his name? Former quarterback.
Dick Duran's son.
It was the same thing. Remember, he kept trying to throw the ball. You don't have receivers, first of all, that can get open consistently to throw the ball deep. And we're running patterns to stretch the field and still trying to throw it deep. I'm like, what are we doing? Josh is patting the ball. Like you were there, Paul. Was anybody open?
No. I mean, not really. It was hard for anybody to kind of get in the groove with all the penalties. It just seemed like every other play there was more laundry on the field.
Dorsey.
I know it really wasn't. Yeah, Dorsey.
Mm-hmm.
There really weren't that many penalties, but it just seemed like every other play, flag, and they just couldn't get into a rhythm. And a lot of that is mental, and there's a lot of them were pre-snap. And you know me, I really don't like to bring officiating into it, so I'm not really going to, but it did kill the rhythm.
Yeah,
I mean, it probably killed the play calling too. It probably messed up their game plan a little bit as well.
Well, I can't watch Hockley's doing his little performance out there. That was irritating. You know, when he's telling, "Oh, we're gonna go to 3rd down." Like, what referee does that? Like, it was like a show to him. And he does it every time he does one of our games. It's flags all over the place whenever he does one of our games.
I mean, I think
It's
there's a
my
larger
My father was the same way.
there's a larger conversation to be had, I think, about the product as a whole, right? Because I've been saying this for years. I think the product is really just becoming unwatchable with all the damn penalties. Like you saw it last night in the Chiefs Jaguars game too. Like, but I am thrilled that the Jaguars beat the Chiefs last night. But I mean, penalty after penalty after penalty, and it's like you're putting this out there for your friggin' primetime games where there is just one
Wait,
game being played. Like what
You
do
were
you?
rooting for the Jaguars?
Of course,
Why?
because I hate Kansas City. I want to see them not even make the
Yeah,
postseason.
I mean, I get that, but I think it would have been better for us if Kansas City won that game.
Why do you say that?
Because I don't want to have any part of the Jacksonville Jaguars, number one. Number two, we still play the Kansas City Chiefs, so we still would have a game in hand on them. So, I'm not really too worried about. I'm still not worried about the Chiefs. Chiefs can go ahead and
Well, the
beat up
one,
the Jaguars.
well, the one thing about Jacksonville is they're in a division with Indy, so I mean they're both 4-1. So one of them is going to be on the outside looking in.
Yeah,
The Bills just need to take care of their business. That AFC South,
yeah.
which is surprising as hell, will they will start to lose games eventually. Like they've got a lot of games they still have to play. Plus, those two teams still have to play each other twice. So like there's going to be a lot of losses that are going to come for it. Indy has beaten up, and that's what I want to get to. I said this in the chat yesterday. Indy is a great example of a team that is doing what Buffalo should be doing. You have Daniel Jones, who's fine, better situation, I guess. But Indy is blowing out bad teams. They're blowing them out. They blew out the Jets. They blew out the Raiders. They blew out. They didn't blow out Denver. And then whoever they played week one, I think it was Houston. They blew them out too, or Tennessee. They blew out Tennessee. So it's like we played the Jets, the Dolphins, and the Saints. We should have done the same damn thing. Like
yeah,
why
I
why
agree.
aren't we winning? Why aren't we winning games 44-10?
Hey,
Like,
listen, Kansas City was able to do it when they were in their prime to every bottom feeder. They didn't lose to any bottom feeders. They used to go in there and just pound them. Baltimore, granted, they can't finish a game, especially against top ranked teams, but when they go against bottom ranked teams, they blow them off the field. I don't know. The Bills get in their own way. And what do we always say? The only thing that can beat the Bills are the Bills, and they do it every single time. This year, once again, we're in control to take the first place, and they throw up on themselves again. And now we're in a race again. Now we're in a race again. It shouldn't
well,
even be close.
I feel good about their game in Atlanta this weekend. I'm not like Atlanta's not a good team, but then
I
again,
felt good about New England. I felt good about the Saints. Even the Saints game, we shouldn't even been that game shouldn't even been close, right?
I
I
mean,
mean,
though,
listen, if we're gonna call a spade, that game shouldn't even been close.
you have Josh Allen, right? Like you should be killing these teams.
Yeah,
I don't get it. And I mean, what's the problem here? Like is it the fact that we just don't have a true number one receiver?
I think there's a part of that. I think Josh, as much as he doesn't want to admit it, and he only doesn't want to admit it because of the Stephon thing, the team doesn't want to admit it because of the Stephon thing. You need a number one. You need a go-to for somebody. Somebody that's going to be a dog is going to win on the outside. They don't have that. They didn't have it last year. They don't have it this year.
And we don't think Coleman's that guy, do we?
No. I think he's a good possession receiver, but he's not a guy that you're going to be able to count on to dominate a game every time, whenever you need it. I mean, hell, he threw up on himself again this week. Wide open, catch the ball at the 5 and fumbles it away. He got
And
suspended. In fact, did you know he was benched before this game?
I
He
heard he
was
got in
benched.
trouble. I heard he got in trouble for something, for he's
Yeah,
benched
he
for the
got
first
benched.
Yeah,
series.
he was benched for the first series.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and I don't want to sound like I don't like Shakir, and Kincaid's been, you know what, Kincaid's been playing great this year. So I don't want to say that I don't, like those guys, but I mean, one's a tight end and one's a slot receiver.
I don't. Again, the Bills only beat themselves. This is just pretty much how it is. But I will say this: Bean's going to have to make a move for a cornerback. There's no good way of getting around it. If the rumors are saying it's true, is Maxwell Harrison is it going to be back till week 10, and then he still won't even be prepared because he hasn't practiced since August, hasn't played within his defense since August. He's going to have to go out of his. He's going to have to get a corner. You cannot go into the playoffs with Tre'Davious White out there. You just can't do it. He's a detriment to the defense right now. And because you don't have a strong enough pass rush, you need a corner that can stick with people. And he doesn't have that ability right now. His legs are not the same. He doesn't have the same way of spotting the ball like he used to. He's not even competing for the ball when it's in the air. He's going to kill this off the defense again. You need to get somebody younger out there that can actually stick. And even if they're not the greatest, at least somebody who can stick around the ball. At least make a wide receiver fight to get the ball. And Tre'Davious just isn't. I mean, you saw some of the replays on that. I don't know what Tre'Davious was even doing on half of the plays he was doing. That Diggs was just schooling him.
Well, I mean, it looks like he just lost a step.
That step is hurting that defense right now. I know they didn't expect him to be out there to start. I can tell you that right now. I get it. But they're going to have to make a move for a cornerback. They have no choice right now.
So looking ahead, how do we feel about Atlanta? Like, I mean, how do we feel about their chances going into this game? I mean, do you think the ship gets righted, or do you think we have to just wait until the bye?
Well, I mean, I definitely think they got an opportunity for a get right game. I mean, it's yes, we're upset about a lot of things, but they're not unfixable things. The things we're upset about, they're not unfixable things. The fact of the matter is, the schedule is still pretty light,
Yeah.
and we do have another crack at New England. So even if they do match us, game for game, we're still going to have that game against them that an opportunity to beat them. And Josh has been pretty good in Foxborough, so in games that matter.
Oh yeah, I mean, I absolutely agree with you about the schedule. I mean, I don't think Atlanta's very good. I don't think the Bills should have any problem with that. Then they go on bye, and then it's Carolina, then it's the Chiefs, and then I don't know. I know we play the Jets and the Dolphins again. I feel like we have some other scrubs now. Cincinnati
You got the Bengals in there.
Cincinnati without Joe Burrow.
Yeah, we're gonna get the Joe Flacco led Cincinnati Bengals.
I mean,
and probably the Shadur Sanders Cleveland Browns.
Yeah, and I mean Pittsburgh, sure. And the Eagles don't look good. They look like honestly, they look like a bigger mess than us. And they won the Super Bowl last year.
But why are we acting like we're looking great too? We're not looking great either. We look just like the Eagles and all the rest of them that should be blowing out teams. We look just like them.
But I guess I want to emphasize Paul's point that like we got a lot of scrubs coming up. So it's like it is really inexcusable like that this team should lose to anybody. I mean, and we always play the Chiefs kind of differently than we play everybody else, it seems. But I am worried about that Chiefs game. I know it's like a month away, but watching how the Chiefs have played lately, they're going to torch us with all the speedy receivers that they have.
You need a pass rush.
I mean, I see Paulie there. I see Paulie making a face, but like they've got three burners now.
Yeah, we should have a lot of our D line back by then, and
that's true.
Ed Oliver should be back by then. We should have the two guys coming off suspension by then. And it's gonna look, the defense is gonna look totally different by the time we hit Kansas City. You got to believe that.
Yeah.
Even though there's really nothing to bank that on. There's no concrete thing to hold on to says that that's absolutely going to happen. It's definitely an explanation for why the pass rush hasn't really been there. I mean, why can't Matt Milano stay on the field?
Yeah.
Listen,
I wish he would.
I'm prepared to just send him. I'm done. Just cut him. Yeah, I'm done.
Put him on IR.
Just end it. End it now. They already knew it. That's why they gave him that 1-year deal. They don't restructure it. End it now. Just put him on IR. Done. Bring somebody else up. Let Jimmy Charlo get in there and get some reps out there, because I'm not going to we can't keep letting this guy get in the lineup to get knocked right back out again.
Yeah.
And he's killing that defense too, because you can't depend on him to be out there. Let Charlo get in there. Let him get some reps this week, especially this week, and see what the kid can do to help out with that defensive line, because we got Dorian Williams out right now. You got no choice. I'm not the biggest Andreessen guy. Sure, he shows up, he makes his tackles, but he's not like a splash player guy. He's not an impact guy. He's just a guy who's pretty steady. I want to see what the Charlo kid does. Maybe he can get something out of this because right now, with the way that defense is, we're not winning a Super Bowl with that defense. You know it like I know it. You're not winning a Super Bowl with that defense right now. So you've got to make some changes. And even like I said, my big thing right now is they got to get a cornerback. They got to get another cornerback on the other side that can help out on the outside because they're getting smoked right now. We let Rattler look like he was freaking Tom Brady last week. Think about that. This kid was running all over the field. I'm like, what are we doing? Yeah. You got to do something with the defense. That's the only way. You got to do something now instead of later because you need to get somebody in there that can get mesh in with that defense. I'm a proponent to get a cornerback. I'm not worried about wide receiver right now. I need a cornerback.
Well, and you got to look to one of these. Go ahead, Paul.
Go ahead.
No,
go ahead. I have something. I got to change. I got something to change the subject a little bit. So go ahead and finish your thought.
I was going to say I agree with you, Reese, and I think you got to look to one of these bottom feeder teams, right? Like, I mean, look at the Jets as an example, right? Like, I know we're going to go around the league in a minute here, but like, the Jets are 0-5. Their season's over, right? Like, I mean, the Jets don't look like they're going to be able to win a game this year. They look atrocious. I mean, I think even Tennessee looks better than the Jets, right?
Would you give up a first round for Sauce?
Yeah, that's what I was just going to say. Would you give up your first round pick for Sauce right now? I would.
I'd probably a second or third. He's fallen off since that first couple of seasons. He hasn't been a lockdown corner since his first couple of seasons.
Better than anything we have.
No, I'm with you. I mean, I wouldn't give a first for him. I'd probably give a second. That's if the Jets are even willing to trade him.
Yeah, but you know what? Yeah, but that's all. That's the only way that the Jets trade him within the division is by giving up a first.
Yeah, absolutely. Maybe give him a second and a player.
Yeah. Curtis Samuel.
So we've already handed out our losses for.
They need a wide receiver. I'll send Samuel over there.
I don't really care about. No disrespect on Samuel. I just hate his contract.
So we already handed out our L's to the coaching staff, the players. I'd like to hand out an L to production, game production. And you guys haven't been there, but I think starting last year, that whole Mr. Brightside thing started becoming a thing, and now it's an actual part of the game day thing now. Where people are actually coming to the games and looking forward to Mr. Brightside. They played it on Sunday night. They played it with like 2 minutes left, I think during the 2-minute warning break. Now we weren't down, we were tied. But my point is don't play it. It doesn't have to be played every game. I think it needs to be played when the Bills are in the lead. And more than comfortable about how the game is going to end up. And if at the very least, if you want to play it after the game's over, do it then. That's what they did after the Baltimore game. They played it after the game, after the final shout song. They played Mr. Brightside. They did the whole thing then. They did it at the 2-minute warning with Miami game, which was the game was pretty much in our hands at that point. Same thing with I think they did the same thing. I think it might have been a little bit later. I think it would have been within the 2-minute warning during a timeout during the New Orleans game. But they played it at the 2-minute warning. It was 2020. And I immediately thought to myself, what are you doing? There's still game to be played here. We still have to win this game. We still have to be in the lead. Don't be fucking playing the game-winning song, the song that everyone wants to hear when we're tied or losing. That's a big L for me. I think I'm kind of superstitious, but and I know it didn't really have an effect on the game at all, but it had effect on my psyche, man.
No, I agree with you. I'm superstitious.
And the second thing, the whiteout thing in October, don't do that again either.
Yeah, I'm done. I'm good. We did it.
Don't do that again. It does no, because they're going to do it again next year at the new stadium because they're going to be able to change the field up.
I heard they're going to
be. No, they're doing it next year too.
Are they?
They do a color.
3 years.
They do a color
Right.
rush every year, don't they?
I thought they said
No,
that
no, no,
the
no, no. The
announcement was
rivalries,
next year to be another set of teams.
the rivalries thing is for 3 years.
Yeah, because I think every team's going to do it. I know the Patriots are doing it later against somebody because they said that on the
But the
broadcast.
thing that's going to make it the thing that's going to make a difference next year is they'll be able to change the field up and make the end zones different um, on the
I don't
field
care about the
itself.
aesthetics. I don't care. It's a bad
I know you
mojo.
don't. I'm just saying that's what the thinking
Oh
is
no, I
behind
know
it,
what you're saying. Yeah, I
and
know
it's
what you're
gonna it's
saying.
gonna happen next. It's gonna happen again next year. They're gonna do it for the new stadium
Yeah.
because it's a new toy they're gonna have is to change up the field painting and everything. We'll probably end up getting our Zubaz end zones at some point next year.
Oh, dude, I just want a Super Bowl, man. I can care less about all the glitz and glamour. Just give me a ring. Give me a chip, man. That's all I
You're
want.
getting one this year. You're getting the one this year.
Hope you're right. Well, I mean, we did have some let's take a walk around the league here a little bit. We did have some really fun things that happened on the scoreboard that helped us out quite a bit, and a lot of really
Wait,
fun
just for
things.
that, Reese. Just for that, Reese. I'm not letting you get away with that little thing. Not anymore. Not this time.
I'm keeping
Listen,
my
you
mouth
are
shut
not
right
invited.
now.
You are disinvited to the Super Bowl parade. I'm not taking you. Nobody's going to be taking you. You're not
listen,
going.
listen.
You just lost your invitation.
I am not going to say anything right now. If you feel that way, I'm happy for you. But this team has not given me any confidence yet this year. The Super Bowl's in the future. They have
You hear
not
the
done
eyes rolling in
anything
my
yet.
head? All right, let's
Right.
go walk around the league.
That's all right. So we talked about the 9:30 game already, which saw Minnesota come back and upset the Browns. But first we had a blowout in Baltimore. Houston 44-10, putting it on the Lamar Jackson-less Ravens. The Ravens are just in a free fall right now, and they got the Rams this weekend, and I still don't think Lamar's gonna play. So the Ravens are about to be 1-5. I think it's great. Just inject it into my veins.
It
They're in
seems like the
trouble.
Ravens do this every few years. They just like take a year off in the playoffs, and this might be just that year for them.
Well, it's really Lamar. Lamar is getting hurt at some point, then they just fall apart after that because they really don't have a true NFL offense. It's just designed for Lamar. So there's very few quarterbacks that could run the offense because of Lamar. And when you need a backup, the offense ain't going to look the same because he's not Lamar. So when you do that and you customize an offense to fit just that particular person, this is what you get. I mean, now you're begging on
Did
Derek, you're
Lamar play
begging
a
on
full
Derrick
season
Henry to
last
run
year?
all over the place.
Yeah, Lamar played a full season last year.
Yeah, but the year before he got knocked out. I think it was us, wasn't it?
No, the year before he was the one year he won the MVP.
What year
Yeah,
did
but
he?
I think he missed a few games in there. I think he did
Yeah,
miss a few games, even as an
because
MVP.
Tyron Huntley had took over for a little while. Remember that he had like a stretch of 3 or 4 games where he was the
that's right.
quarterback.
That's right. Yeah, I mean, you're probably right. I don't think, I mean, they are so far out of it right now, and there are way too many teams, just ahead of them. It's going to be a real tough stretch for them to get back into it. And I mean, Houston's not a good team at all, and I was stunned that Houston was able to do that
This
to them.
team could barely put up 20 points a week, and they put up a 40 burger.
Mm-hmm.
That's when you know things are bad. I mean, don't forget now, Baltimore has nothing on their whole defense is on IR. They have hardly any starters other than Hamilton, I think, is a starter. And I think that a defensive lineman that's started the season. But they're hurting on their defense. Their defense ain't stopping nobody. But offensively, it's Lamar. You don't have Lamar out there. Without Lamar out there, that offense does not move. So that's it for them, man.
Then we had Carolina with the upset, if you want to call it, over Miami, even though Tua got tackled by his own offensive lineman at the end of that game.
I did not see that.
Yes, let the Laughlins lose every week. Oh, it's so glorious.
That was hilarious. What a comedy of errors that game was. So do we think he's gone? Do McDaniel, like, is it it's probably too late. Would have fired him now, right? Like, so he's gonna get another week, it seems.
I don't know because the weird thing is they've already announced that Tyreek's not getting re-signed. They've already announced that he's getting cut after this year. So I don't know that maybe McDaniels maybe gets another year because without Tariq being a disruptive and maybe he can do something with somebody who could play within the offense. I don't know.
That's probably why he was doing his little fist pumps when he was leaving the field when he got injured.
Oh yeah, when you're smiling and everything.
Hmm.
He knew he's
Yeah.
like, oh, this season's over with anyway. I'm gonna go home and slap my wife.
I'm gonna get paid. I'm gonna go get paid now.
Yeah,
No,
get paid and I'm gonna slap my wife when I get home.
their bye is not for a while, not until like week 13 or something.
Ain't
They
that
got a
crazy
lot.
that buys that late? Ain't that crazy?
Yeah, they got a lot of hard games coming up. They got the Chargers, then Cleveland,
That's
whatever.
probably why they're not doing anything. That's probably why they're not doing anything right now.
They've actually got quite a difficult schedule. They're going to lose a lot of games. Um,
If Because they're not going to be able to salvage this season,
Mm-mm.
no,
honestly. Not with the losses they already have on their schedule. And as an owner, I would probably, if I were an owner, it would be I would not ever really want to make a move in season.
No, no, not if you're
There's no
gonna do
need
like,
to,
yeah, that I wouldn't even make
because
a
you
trade.
still got to pay the guy, and you're still paying the guy anyway. There's
Yeah,
no, I mean, you're going to put an interim guy in his place, and now what's the point? Unless you have like Bill Belichick on your staff already, you're not making a move. Like
yeah,
not Bill Belichick, but you know what I mean, like a Bill Belichick type, that the guy that can jump in and be your full-time head coach moving forward.
yeah.
right?
I
No,
agree. They don't have anybody on their staff that would be able to take that over.
yeah, no, that's fair. We also saw Dallas smoke the hapless Jets as well, 37-22. The Jets looked like a dumpster fire in that game as well. I watched that entire game from start to finish, and I mean Dallas looks pretty good. They've been a fun story this year. But man, the Jets look bad. The Jets look really, really bad, and
This
we
must be this must be this must be how the Patriots fans used to feel about the Bills back in the drought. Like, just feel bad for him, It's like, oh, aren't you cute? You're a Jet fan.
Yeah, like just you can't get out of your own way. You can't, and you bring in, you're exactly right. It's like it's what the Bills used to do. Like you bring in the second tier quarterback off of this team who used to be a starter, who's got some name recognition, and you get excited about him for one game or two games, and then he just sucks. The Bills did that a lot.
Yeah.
But they for
How
sure.
many?
But the problem with
Kyle Orton.
The Jets won't do a reset. That's where their problem is. They just keep trying to hold on, and you don't have a quarterback right now. So all these first round picks you got contracts coming up with, you're going to have to move them because there's no point in paying them. You have nothing to run with regardless of paying them. So I could probably see the Jets probably doing a fire sale. Probably doing a fire
It's
sale. Either.
funny, but they have reset. I mean, they have reset twice now with Sam Darnold, with Wilson, not Wilson. Was it Wilson? The other guy that they drafted in the first round.
Yeah, but only their
Um,
quarterbacks. But the problem is they're drafting. They're not well. Let's just say this. I don't think the organization is good at developing quarterbacks. I think that's their first issue. And I think secondly, they just don't. They had too many first round picks. Remember that? Remember a couple like 3 years ago was it when they had like 3 or 4 first round picks and they drafted players? Those contracts are coming up.
yeah.
All those Jordan Johnson, all their contracts are coming up, and they got to figure something out. They got to figure something out. If I was them, I'd start moving some of those pieces at the end of the season. Start moving them. Get some draft picks. Help you trying to rebuild that roster.
Yeah. And then just quickly looking at some of these other 1 o'clock games, the Saints beat up on the Giants. We all saw that coming. The Colts beat up on the Raiders hard, 40-6. Tampa and Seattle had a hell of a game, 38-35. Both of those teams look really good. I'm really impressed with Baker a lot. I think he looks great. And
Well, the Tampa Bay
Seattle,
thing is not sustainable.
no, it's not sustainable, but they look good, and so does Seattle. It's a
Baker's one of the best quarterbacks in football right now.
Mm.
he's playing great. He's playing
Yeah, but
absolutely
they
great.
can't keep coming back in every game though.
Yeah. No, you're right. It is gonna catch up with them, but they're fun to watch right now.
Oh
And
yeah, they're absolutely fun. Yeah.
that Ekbuka, their new receiver, he's fantastic. He's a lot of
Yep.
fun. He's a
Hey,
lot of fun to
nice when
watch.
you actually go get a receiver that can play receiver.
Right. But the story of the 1 o'clock games was Denver beating up on Philadelphia. I caught
I
part of
still
that
can't
game.
believe that one.
I can. Saquon Barkley has had 250 rushing yards the entire season. He had 250 rushing yards in the first two games last year. Like what are we doing? And then AJ Brown goes multiple games without having the ball thrown to him.
Well, what did I tell you when we had that pre-show last week? I said, what are we going to do? They're going to try to get the ball to the receivers this week. And that's surely what they tried to do, and they lost.
So there's an interest. Do you think I don't think that they would do it, but he doesn't really want to be there. Do you think they would trade AJ Brown?
Well, I think the same situation with what's his name too? The other receiver, what's his name?
Devonta
Yeah,
Smith.
I think they said he's been, saying stuff too that I want touchdowns. I need to get the ball because he doesn't. And I told you they're going to try to force the ball to receivers this week, and it didn't work out in their favor.
Would you take either one of those guys in Buffalo?
I take Devonta. I think AJ's too much of a head case. I think you'd run into another Stephon Diggs situation with him. I don't know how long it would last, and that's my issue. I want somebody that's going to be there for a little while. I just don't think the AJ Brown thing will last. I dig it. I dig it, but I think he's we went through this with Stephon. He's the same guy. Very prima donna, kind of want to say what he got to say, put stuff out on Twitter and things like that. He likes the attention. And which, I mean, with his present situation, I don't blame him for being pissed off because they don't throw the ball to him. But I just think that, with the way this offense is structured right now, I don't know if he would get the ball, the touches he's looking for still.
Yeah.
And I still think at some point it'll rear up. I just don't trust another Stephon Diggs type situation. Devonta I take just because of the speed. We don't have that on this offense right now.
Yeah. I don't think Philadelphia is going to move either one of them. I just thought it would be something fun to talk about.
They don't got nobody behind them to cover that. So, I mean, let's say you want to take Keon Coleman from us. I'll send you Keon for one of them and a pick.
Yeah. Then we had Washington blew out the Chargers 27-10. Detroit blew out Cincinnati 37-24. But the game I want to talk about and get your take on, especially you, Reese, as a coach, the Tennessee-Arizona game, where the Arizona running back, DeMarcado, ran the ball 80 yards down the field and decided to just drop the ball right before he crossed the plane, and it counted as a fumble. And then he just didn't get a touchdown. Is he going to get cut after that? That's happened before in the league, and these players, I know they get ripped apart by the media for that, but what's your take on it, especially as a coach?
No, I mean it's this they do it in college. That's why he does it in the pros. It's why you see a lot of rookies get in trouble for that. It happens every year, at least once a year, with one player from the college ranks. They have that. If you ever watch the college games, they literally drop the ball before they even get across the goal line, and they get away with it every single time. It's the stupidest thing I've ever seen. And I don't know if you cut him. I mean, but I think he learned a lesson in this one. I think definitely you're probably going to have to sit on the bench to start the game this week because you can't have that. You just can't have that. Paulie?
I think you should lose a game check if it happens.
Wow. I like that. Hey.
No suspension. No suspension. You don't have to sit. You just don't get paid today.
you didn't do your job this week, so you're not being paid.
We didn't get paid on that play. You don't get paid for the game.
Dang. I mean, that was egregious.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
It's it happens every so often. It's usually a rookie. It always seems to be a rookie because that's what they do in college.
Yeah. And then last night we had Jacksonville with the upset, probably the biggest upset of the weekend, beating Kansas City 31-28. Jacksonville looked good. They looked real good. I mean, I know there were a lot of penalties, but I know Kansas City's putting up points, and I think it's going to be a very interesting game when they come here in a month. But
well, let's not say they're putting up points. I mean,
they are. I think they've been scoring a lot the last 3 weeks.
They haven't really played anybody that's defensively. They haven't really played anybody defensively. So, I mean, granted, fine. You put up over 20 points this week. Great. Remember last year remember the thing last year? What was it? They hadn't put up 29 or 25 points in the game.
I agree with you, dude. Look at what we've been talking about, though, dude. The Bills secondary is atrocious. I mean, I'm concerned they're going to light us up.
Well, no, I mean, if you're comparing it to just the Bills, then sure. But I'm talking as a whole for the NFL. I'm still not impressed with him yet. I mean, I still look like Mahomes is still trying to figure stuff out. His receivers apparently don't know when to look up for a ball when he throws it at them. I mean, did you see that? Did you see?
Oh, yeah,
What was it, Hollywood Brown? Right in the shoulder. He was wide open. He didn't even look at the ball. It hit him right in the shoulder. They're in disarray.
No,
I think they're waiting for Rice to come back.
I am not suggesting they are the best team in the league, nor do I think they're the best team in the AFC. I think the best team in the league right now is Detroit, probably by a lot. I think Detroit's excellent. I mean, yeah, they had that stinker week 1, but I mean, Detroit looks great. Absolutely fantastic. They're scoring almost 40 every week.
Yeah, they got a lot of young guys, some dogs on their defense that's helping them out. I mean, not the best defense in the league, but they get the job done. And, you know, with the way that offense is ran, which I thought they'd have a fall off because of Ben Johnson not being there. And they haven't really, outside of that first game, they haven't had really a fall off after that. So until somebody actually proves it, I agree. I mean, I would put Detroit at the top spot right now.
So that's our podcast. So, guys, I guess any final thoughts as we head into Atlanta next week, Monday?
Well, I
always forget Atlanta has a team.
I want McD to go in the locker room and do the Bill Belichick talk. Do your job.
Yeah,
that's it. Do your job. We can't have another week like this. Or the last 2 weeks.
Let's not be extra. Let's do our thing.
Listen, do your job.
Yeah.
McD thinks he's Belichick, so go in that locker room, tell him do your job. Enough. We can't do this no more. And again, I still think this team has a hard time developing defensive linemen. I'm sorry. They have not proved. I mean, outside of Oliver, even him, he's hit or miss sometimes. They have not really developed defensive linemen since McD's been here. They've been going through a tire fire off defensive linemen since he's been here and blowing money all over the place and haven't really got a return. I mean, hello, hey, is Joey Bosa on this roster still? He still plays for the Bills? I thought he was our finisher.
I do.
You know what the only time I see Joey Bosa is when he's running past the camera, past the quarterback, and the quarterback's running the other way. That's the only time. And the dude misses tackles like it's the end of the world. They gotta round this up. They gotta get this cleaned up. And I'm hoping the bye does it. I'm hoping bringing those guys in. I'm just worried about corner right now. They gotta figure out this corner spot.
I do think they'll clean up the penalties. Like if you take away even half of those penalties, I think you're looking at a completely different game. Because like a lot of those,
some of those are drive killers.
I was just gonna say that they're drive killers, man. Like 1st and 17 from your own 10-yard line, dude. That's impossible.
How about 2 weeks in a row at home? Deion Dawkins jumps off sides. What are we doing?
Dude, Deion Dawkins gets a false start every week.
I don't know what's going on. What are we doing?
Every week.
I don't know what's going on with him. I mean, this is like, I've never seen him in like this, and he looks like I don't know what's going on. It's just like a communication thing with the offense right now. It looks like to me, but we just got to get a cornerback. That's the number one thing should be on Bean's list right now is bringing in a cornerback to play that 2 spot because New England snuck up on you. The Saints almost snuck up on you because you can't stop nobody in your secondary, and until they can get at least a solid guy to play that side. I mean, they were hoping Dorian Strong, but now he's on IR, so he's gone for 4 weeks. They got to get a corner.
All right, guys. Well, that's our show. Thank you so much for joining us. Let us know what you guys think in the comments down below and smash that like and subscribe button. And have a great evening and take care.